This next video is going to deal with working in E minor. Remember, each one of the major scales that you've learned, C and G, have a minor relative. That means that eventually when you start reading the music, you'll see that they share the same key signature. We learned that C's relative minor is A. So you would start playing on A and play up to the next A with the same white keys that we used for playing C major. Well, for G major, we haven't really talked too much about its relative minor. It starts on E, and right now we're not going to learn the scale. We're just going to work on the arpeggio and the cadence. So if you don't already have your book open to page 6, if you could push pause and then do that, that would be great. And then we'll talk a little bit about what I'd like you to do on page 6. Alright, so page 6 shows you, if you look at the top right corner, in fact, let me see if I can move this so that you can see as well. See what I'm seeing? You see on the top of the right hand or left hand corner, it shows you where the E's are. And so you're going to be setting your hands up like this with your La Do Mi. And we're going to work first of all just doing the arpeggio. You should be able to do the hand over arpeggios this time. So let me demonstrate that for you. Excuse me. And I think we've talked about using the pedal. So E minor arpeggio would sound like this. Notice that all of the notes that you're playing are going to be white notes again. So that shows you the little 3 white boxes. But I'd like you to work on E minor, remembering that it's the relative to G major, which I know you already know the whole scale for. And then there are a couple of songs that we're supposed to be singing that are in E minor. So eventually that means that when you start playing them, you're going to be playing them in the same hand position that we were just working on. One of them you've known for a long time because we started singing this when you were in your first book, and that is the English folk song. Sing with me this time. Good. And then the song that we're supposed to be working on for this week's lesson is called Dressed in White. So what I'd like to do is I'll sing it first for you, because unless you've been listening ahead on your CD, which you might have done, you're probably not going to know what this one sounds like. So I'll sing it once, and then I think what I'll do is I'll break it up into little 2-measure segments, because it's a little bit on the long side, and if it's new to you, it would be a little hard for you to sing the whole thing along with me. So it's called Dressed in White. This tends to get going because it's got some do-to-date-to-do-to-dates at the end, so I'm trying to make sure we don't start too fast when we're doing this. So if it feels a little slow, you'll know why. It's because of what's coming. Now let's break that up a little bit. I'm going to sing a little segment, and then I will have you sing, and we'll just kind of go back and forth like we do when we do our patterns. And then we'll do that again. Good. Hopefully that you got a good introduction to that. Let's just do a couple of you echo me back, even though I know I can't hear you, but I'm leaving you space. And I'm just going to sing a couple of the intervals in there that you're going to need to know when you finally learn how to sing and play it. So I'll sing la, mi, do, re, do, ti, do, la. Very good. And that finishes our work in E minor.